So as I make this video, Tom Torero, the legendary PUA, has died. He's killed himself. Suicide. Now, for those of you who don't know, Tom Torero is one of the pioneers of day game. So if you're somebody who goes out there and brushes up your skills of approaching women on the street and speaking to them in a way that makes them want to get to know you and be damn happy that you said hello, he's one of the grandmasters. You could almost say he wrote the book. But the thing is this, he actually still killed himself. And as terrible as that is, there's something that this brings me to which I want to say, which is the fact that no amount of women will ever really make you happy. Not on its own. For instance, from what I have seen, like being a coach, I meet guys all the time who are like, I don't know how to meet women, I don't know how to meet women, I don't know what to do, blah, blah, blah. And they think to themselves that once they know how to meet a girl, they'll be happy. But that's actually not the case. I remember I had a client a few years ago who couldn't meet girls at all, and he went out there and he practiced and I showed him what to do. And then he reached a point where he could do it. But you know what he said to me? He said, Ciaran, I still feel exactly the same. I just feel like I've learned a party trick. Nothing's really changed. And it was true. This guy was a virgin before my coaching. He lost his virginity because of my coaching. He had the ability to meet people. He was cool. He had friends at university. He had all that stuff. But he still felt the same inside, which I said to him, I said, look, you will still feel the same after I teach you this stuff. And once I've taught you this stuff and you realize that you still feel the same, now we can move on to the stuff that you really need to know. And that's it. So from what I've seen with men, it's like if you look at a guy who needs help meeting women, there's a reason why he needs help meeting women. There's a reason. Guys don't need help to meet women for nothing. It's because of a lack of self-worth, a lack of confidence, shame, guilt, etc. It's all of that sort of stuff. That's actually the reason why. You know, we speak about a man who's a natural. I'm sure you've heard of that term. You've probably met them, been friends with them. Guys who are naturals. Why are they naturals? Because they just exude something about them that naturally attracts women to them. They've never had to learn that, but that thing that they naturally exude just kind of comes from who they are and being secure with it in and of themselves. I don't know Tom Torero's situation, so I'm not going to disrespect a man who's dead by trying to say that I know exactly what's going on. But from what I've seen, and I think most of you will agree, somebody who kills themselves doesn't do it on a whim. It's because of pain that's been there for a while, and the pain builds and builds and builds. Maybe it reaches a fever pitch, maybe something happens that pushes it past. It's like the straw that broke the camel's back, and then they're like, you know what, I actually can't do this anymore. But it doesn't just come from nothing. So even though he had the ability to meet all the women he wanted, even though he was sleeping with beautiful women, gorgeous women, even though he had that area of his life handled, there was still enough pain in his heart for him to actually want to take his life. And I would argue, and nobody really knows this but Tom, but I would argue that whatever it was that caused him to actually kill himself was probably bubbling away in his brain before he ever had the courage to go out and learn how to meet women on the street. That's what I would argue. That's definitely true of me. I noticed this as well, everything that I'm saying. I remember when I first went out and tried to learn to meet women, and then one day I had sex with like 2 women in one day. And like, that was just amazing. I had a date, the date was successful, I had sex with a girl. I was walking home, then I bumped into 2 girls outside of a bar. I ended up going into the bar with them. I had sex with another one, and I felt exactly the same afterwards. It's like, nothing's changed. What the heck has actually changed? Nothing. I still feel like me. And to anybody who is watching, if you think that going out there and doing day game, night game, or having an attractive Tinder profile or whatever, if you think that that is going to solve your issue, like, it won't, because the issue is here. The issue is you and what you think of the person that you see when you look in the mirror. That is what the issue is. And nobody can fix that for you but you. It's like tangent, but there was a boy at school and I really disliked this guy. He was an absolute prick. He was a bully. Didn't like him at all. He kind of bullied me a little bit, but nothing too severe, but he was a bully. He killed himself about 4 years ago. Actually, I tell a lie, it was a heroin overdose, so it might not have been suicide. But here's the thing. Anyone who's a drug addict, like, they're an addict because of huge amounts of pain. That's what makes them become an addict, because you use the drug to avoid the pain that you're living with. And he always had that pain, even from back when we were teenagers at school. That's why he was a bully. And ever since I learned that he killed himself, or died, should I say, of a drug overdose, it really just kind of made me rethink about this guy's whole situation and what life must have been like for him. So yeah, to you, the man who is watching, listening to my words and being like, Ciaran, you're making some sense. Well, thank you. But what do you do now? Where do you go from here? Now that you actually know that no amount of women is going to help, what next? Well, this is what I believe you should do. My colleague Joe Elvin has created a book called Big Dick Energy. Now, he doesn't even know I'm saying this, so Joe, thumbs up. But this book is all about how to look in the mirror and like what you see. It's called Big Dick Energy because it's like the kind of energy that you exude when you're comfortable with who you are. You know, the energy you exude when you know you have a big dick. I mean, it's not about the size of your penis, but you get the point. When you're comfortable in and of yourself and you like the guy in the mirror, that energy right there. That's what you need. You have that. The day game, night game techniques and stuff, I mean, they will largely sort themselves out. That is the core of it. And the point is, Big Dick Energy is actually out now, so there's going to be a link in the video. And let me just say, a link in the description. Let me say once again, I'm not getting any money for this. None. Zero. Nada. Zilch. This is Joe's book, and I'm just saying it because it's a great read and it will really help you. It will really help you. So R.I.P. to Tom. R.I.P. to Tom. You know, I hope he has the peace in death that he did not have in life. I hope you have a fantastic 2022. I hope you take care. See you later. Goodbye. Au revoir. Take care and ciao.